Hello everybody, welcome to Milkman's Woodworking. This episode today we're going to make a wine rack. We're going to take some 1x6s and some 1x4s and a couple 2x4s. We're going to make a wine rack. We got some scrap 1x6s right here. So I'm going to take these. I think these right now are, I think they're at 34. We're going to cut them all down to 27. Then we're going to put some 1x4s at the very top and the bottom. And then we'll, on the back side, we'll put some, a 1x4 and 1x6 on it. And then we'll come back on the front side. It'll have two shelves. It'll have a 2x4 shelf with some 1/2 inch black pipe. I don't know what else to call it. And then another shelf with a place where you can slide stemware underneath. And we'll also put a second shelf on there for glasses and for more stemware. So y'all stick around and let's get this project going. Since we're cutting so many boards, I'm going to use a little stop block right here. So I'm going to cut 7. Put it right there. Take this clamp, tighten it back down. So that way it'll be a lot quicker. Alright, just finished with our 1x6s, and there's 7 of them right there. So next is to cut out for the top and the bottom a 1x4, and that way we'll have I hope 34 inches. Coming back now, the 1x4, use different stop block. This has got to be 38 and about a quarter. About a quarter. Pardon the noise real quick. Those two. So you see these two boards right here, these two 1x4s, they're actually at the top and bottom. So they'll be mounted at the top like so. We'll flip this over. On the back side, we'll run a 1x4 and 1x4 at 30 at 34 inches, and then on the inside right here we'll have two 1x6s. And it'll be roughly about 31 and a quarter, or about 31 and 5/16. And then we'll flip it over, we'll screw all these in to it and everything. So, but the 1x6 will be on the back side also.
All right, I apologize, but I don't have a table wide enough. Like I said, that's 34 inches, and none of my tables are actually that wide. So I've set the boards up. That's going to be the height setting on the concrete. That's going to be the front, and you can see that's the 1x4, 1x6 going vertical, and then the other 1x4. And then what we'll do, sorry, I'm holding the phone, I forget. Hold on one second. And as you can see now, on the back, I'm going to add the 1x6s at the top and the bottom, and then the 1x4s on the side to keep everything steady. I'm going to clamp it down, squeeze everything kind of good and tight, and then screw everything in. All right, you can kind of see I got it clamped down now. I'll probably go by real quick, like hit it with some brad nails, some 1-inch brad nails, then come back and put some screws in it. And I actually will put 2 at the bottom and 2 at the top. And what I mean is, you know, on those 1x4s, I'll go down through there and put a bunch, you know, zigzag a little bit, zigzag a little bit. But like for each of these 1x6s right here, I'll put 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll put 4 on there just to make sure everything's good and flush and it's all looks about the same. All right, and you can see now, got it set up, and I'm gonna put a few screws in there so that way I can take off the clamps. But got my driver, and you can see got the 1.25 inch screws. I'll kind of start off right now by just kind of zigzagging. One of these days I learn not to get so close to that clamp.
All right, so got all the screws in. This is, it would actually be like so. All right, that's the back. You see the 1x4s, 1x6, 1x4. And this will actually be the front. And then what I'll do is, for example, come down 14 inches, put this 2x4 up right somewhere right in there. And then we'll put a facing on it, come down, put another thing inside the facing, and cut a strip about 1/2 inch. So So that way we can slide stem wear on it. Then I have another somewhere right in there probably with another shelf for if they want to put bottles or stemware or just glasses. But turns out pretty good. It's about 6:30, 47, supper time, or some of y'all may say dinner. So my son just came out here and said supper was here. We're done. So we can go head upstairs and eat. Stay tuned.
All right, good morning. It's Saturday right now, and just show you what's with our wine rack or liquor rack, whatever you want to call it. I say it's a wine rack. Last night we talked about we cut 1x6s, and then 1x4s, and then we got a 2x4 as you see right here. And then we're gonna put basically a 1x2, but it's a 1 by 1.5. And what I've done is I've measured down 16 inches. I put that there. We'll come and bring this 2x4 at about a 1/2 inch. Then we're gonna have a 1x4 to be sitting like so on front of the 2x4. And on the back side of that 1x4 will be another 1x2 or 1 by 1.5, like so. So that way your stemware can slide in and out. We'll put those on right there. So what we'll do first is we will attach the strips to the 1x4s, then attach them to the 2x4s, and then we'll measure here. Like I think this one right here will be at 16 inches, and this one right here will probably come up about 2.5 from the bottom, and we'll attach it right there, maybe a little bit lower. So just give you an idea. All right, just so you can kind of see now, I've got the 2x4 or a 1x4 screwed in with a 2x4 right here. Okay, and then what I'll do is we'll flip it over and we'll add this 1 by 1.5, because I ripped it. You can get a 1x2 and be the same thing, but then you screw it on like so, and you see the gap that you got right there. If you can see that, you got about a 1/2 inch gap. And then when you mount it, when you mount this, it's right there, and then you put this underneath there, then you can kind of see what you'll have just slide your stem wear through. And it'd be standing up. I know it don't look right laying down.
Alright, sorry again for noise. Trying to keep this dust down. Managing. Then we'll put the stain on. Alright, we're getting ready to stain. I got a little cloth right here. I've kind of wiped it, swept it all down, but I got a cloth here that I've kind of wet. And I'm going to wipe it down one more time, and then we're going to apply some stain. I'm going to use lid wax stain, and it is honey number 247. And today I'm going to do something I haven't done. I'm going to try to use a sponge. So stay tuned.
All right. Hope I can do this without making it fall. Got everything stained. Let it dry, wait a couple of hours, put everything together, the wood part anyway, and we'll go from there. Got to get the galvanized pipe, half-inch galvanized pipe out here in a second. I got about 5 pieces back here in the back. Make sure we got 2 at 36, and then paint them up a little bit, and I'll show you what else we got to do. All right, so got some galvanized pipe. It's 1/2 inch. It's 36 inches long, and like I said, it's 1/2 inch. I get a pretty good deal with this. My brother-in-law, he does it for a living. He fits generators for natural gas and these swimming pools for the heaters and all that kind of stuff. So I get a pretty good deal. He taught me a few years ago that he got some rust on them. Take a little bit of lacquer thinner and put some on a rag, wipe them down real good to get it off. We'll wait a little bit, and we'll stick a little bit of paint to them, probably paint them up a little bit. All right, about to spray these black. Got Rust-Oleum Universal Gloss All-Surface Paint Primer. Like I said a little while ago, I took some lacquer thinner. These kind of had a little rust on them, so got all the rust off, and they dried just a little bit. Now we're going to try to hit them up with a little bit of paint.
Everyone, won't take too long. Might be wrong. I'm not gonna do too much, to it. Trying to get that industrial look, I guess. So those are those two, and then let that paint dry a little bit. Along with all right, I got it clamped up. I got the shelves on, and I'm about to put 4 screws in it real quick, like hold it, 2 on each ends, and then go from there. I'm going to use 2.5-inch screws. Pretty good, something pretty good to hold. Make sure that the thing stays up. And then we'll flip it around and kind of just look at it. All right, there you go. And now, take these out really quick. I won't mess this thing up too much. You kind of see right there where stemware goes. And there's a good picture of it right there, maybe if you can see it. See how it slides. All right, I put a little bit on there, but I'm gonna finish up. I'm gonna put a little clear gloss poly on there, kind of give a little shine to it, not much. If it's too much, I'll go back over with some satin. All right, that's the finished look. I have to be careful. I'm scared it'll fall over, but it's been pretty solid. All right, and as you can tell, dang, I've got to put 2 screws in there. But as you can tell, take them floor flange. All right, 3-inch pipe, connect it to a T. That's all 1/2 inch. With a 1-inch nipple, an elbow, 30-inch pipe, or whatever you want to make it. Same thing over there. Then on the bottom for the glasses, we just still got the 1-inch nipple, the T, but on the bottom right there, we only have a 1-inch nipple also. Then your elbow, and then your pipe. And then on the bottom, you can still slide it once you mount it on the wall. I think it turned out pretty good. Let me know what you think. Appreciate y'all watching Milkman's Woodworking.